All right, boys. It's a nice afternoon trivia rounds today. Now, I had a little decision to make in there. Andy wins the big cash prizes. Duck says it's false advertising, but there were big cash prizes. We did have some big cash prizes. If that's not Christmas Fest, nothing is. Look at that. Oh man. Almost walked into the guy's yard. I had a decision to make in there. Whether to get the classic crust or the brick oven crust Red Baron. And ultimately, went with the classic because it's a little thinner. It also has more, it's like 22 ounces, whereas the other one is like 17 something. There it is right there. Pepperoni. Also got some bananas. Also got a couple of those beef and cheese Olay chimichangas, boys. Shock was in for afternoon trivia. Speaking of shock, game one. It's a cool looking reindeer right there. Game one, chain restaurants. Game one wasn't chain restaurants. We kicked things off today with actress first names trivia. We had Doris Day is the first one. Andy Eddie 10 comes in and wins a 5-4 game. Hell of a win by Andy 80-10. Game two, current NFL quarterbacks trivia. This one won by Andy 80-10, 5-2-1. Game three, our first ever. This was a first ever genre for afternoon trivia. A debut. Is that a snowplow? Looks like it is. A couple of snowplows. And it was, and I headed towards this in the afternoon trivia announcements game. John Lennon song titles trivia. We had Nobody Told Me is the clincher. We had Mind Games. We had Number 9 Dream. We also had Instant Karma for afternoon trivia. Karma in this one. And it was Andy 80-10 capturing the victory with a 5-0 sweep. We then had a moment of silence for Mr. Lennon. Tonight, 45 years ago in New York City. Of course, he was gunned down. We had a moment of silence, and then we had homophones trivia, which I alluded to as well. And homophones trivia, UConn really came on strong in this one. Thought he might pull this thing out, but he didn't. It was Andy 8010 winning 5-4 to 1. And then we had Christmas hymn titles trivia. While shepherds watch their flocks was in this. Once in Royal David City. Andy 8010 with the win. Again, 5-1 to 1. Then we had we went with Christmas, those Christmas hymns. We went with 1971 song titles. 1971 song titles. And it was Andrew 8010, 5-1, or I forget the score, but he won in game 6. Then we did the final game, which was Christmas Christmas film titles trivia. And this one was Andy 8010 with his 7th victory. 7 wins on the day. Incredible day. That closes it out. He has an 11-game winning streak in afternoon trivia. The record is 39. All right. And speaking of records, we tied the record with 21 participants today for afternoon trivia. Andy 8010 with 7 victories. UConn came in and got a point. DPCX was in. FGRS was in. Free Jack was in. John was in, got some points. JG53AOL was on shower duties today. Jen English came in, got a point. Chalkinator was in. The Sun King was in. S. Struck came in and got a technical. EMG. Attaboy, EMG. That's how you do it. EMG coming in. I love it. Getting a point as well. Mr. Met was in. Mikey in Florida, back-to-back weeks. He's been in. Bear Scott. PJ May, Duck Spank was complaining about. Was in. I don't think he even got a point. But he did complain about false advertising. Sherry Gott, nice to see you today in Afternoon Trivia. Swiftology, Fenton, and Bolts 224 came in, got a point, doing anything to get that karma for tonight's game. Probably all in vain, but he was in today. 21 people. Great job today, guys. For afternoon trivia. Thanks for coming in. Hell of a job. Appreciate it, boys. All right. See you next time. See you next week for afternoon trivia. I'm going to see you for more marathon trivia tonight.